Hey everyone, hope everyone's doing well. Welcome to day 2 of training every day. So today, did some high block work, and I'm going to be more negative about it than I probably should because I attempted some good weights, and I'm still fatigued from the heavy back squats of this week. But I had my first miss at 245 pounds, so 111 kilos. Then I came back and made it fine. It was a technical mess up. I just was a little bit early and just bounced off. Then went up to 265 and was able to get that. Jumped up to 280. I missed that and it was super close. I missed it behind actually, like drifted off. And then I went up to 295, which would have been a PR, and it was super close. I started to stand up and it just wiggled off. And then I tried 300 twice and missed them both, and they weren't super close. I tried to get under both at least, but they weren't, like the 295 was, where I was kind of getting it up, as you'll see in the video if you were watching that. It's frustrating to have that many misses. I dropped down. I did 245. I missed it once out of 4 singles that I did, and it was like I just wasn't focusing on the third one that I missed. But dropped down to do a little bit of that volume there, which is always good to do for the snatch. But went on the block cleans, started right at 205 and just did a double power clean plus jerk. So power clean, jerk, with 205, which is 93 kilos or something, and then jumped to 275 just for a clean jerk, and that went fine. Then went to 140, so 308, did that, and then I tried 330 just now and missed it on the clean. That's just a little bit early. Clean and jerks off the blocks will always be difficult. The clean, I should say, off the high blocks will always be difficult just because it's such an awkward movement, and you have to have really good technique, and it's just a really difficult position for me to be at versus the snatch, which is a lot easier to be at. I think some of the reason is just the length of the pool. If I were to do low blocks with the clean, I don't think I'd have as much of an issue because I would have more time to pull on the bar, kind of like a snatch. It's a longer range of motion. It's one of the reasons why the weight is less. You have to move it a longer range of motion in general, but the pull is longer than on the clean. Because you make contact in the hip crease versus mid-thigh with the clean. But not bad. Like, obviously it would be nice to hit those numbers, but it's always nice to be doing those. If you follow me on Instagram or anything, you don't see training sessions like this very much because I just won't post them because I can't be bothered to edit them, or at least in the past. And now I'll try to show when I have days like this that it's not 100% always PRs all the time. I have a day like this where kind of just miss a lot, but I'm trying good numbers and I'm trying to push and getting a good stimulus still. And I think the important part of training is that you have to understand when you can push to try to PR and when to not. And if you feel good, you should push, and if you don't, then you shouldn't. But a day like this, you got some good attempts in and all that good jazz. Outside of just lifting stuff, or I should say for the rest of the week, there's not much going on outside of lifting stuff. Today, just another day of last few of the summer. But tomorrow, probably do some powers and stuff. I do want to keep it lighter. I do want to do some more strength work. I really think the 300-pound snatch is really close. I just have to develop some more overhead stability and strength. Definitely 295 is like right there. So I mean, the block strength is always good to push because that's always correlated well to my snatch off the floor. I just want to continue to build that consistency. I'll probably stop. This will probably be like the last week I'll really stop pushing hard off the complexes, besides maybe jerks or something. I may still try to push up stuff like this off the blocks, but won't be trying to necessarily PR because at the most I'm going to do in the competitions 275 or 125 at the absolute maximum. So it's not a ton of benefit out of going way above that in training, especially just with the risk of injury and tweaking something or just, fatiguing myself too much. But I'm pretty confident, doing the heavy back squats this week. That's another thing I probably won't push up as much and really just focus on the speed of the squats for these next, 3 or 4 weeks until the competitions are there, and just continue to kind of work on the consistency because I think I have the top end strength and I'm really confident about snatching anything that I need to snatch and clean jerk anything I need to clean jerk. It's just about continuing to push up those numbers and hopefully, pushing up the clean jerk a little bit. I would like to get to close to 160 in competition. It's 352. That would be a PR. My best is 156, which is like 345 or 4. something like that. So I definitely want to get, you know, push that up a little bit and just continue to develop the consistency and continue to work on the shoulder. But, you know, just kind of routine stuff today. I know it seems kind of crazy going this heavy, but, you know, you just got to push stuff. And thankfully the loading eccentrically is not as bad. So like I'll come back fine from this the next day. And I've done many sessions like this, so it's not I just don't show them when they don't go perfectly, which is fine. But you get to see some more of these because thankfully they're not too frequent, but they do happen. But I'm at 5.5 minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I'll talk to you all tomorrow in training day 3.